perfectly honest, do you expect to get started on time? And I'm not critiquing your operation and your manner of doing business, but there's a lot of hurdles in the way, and everybody knows what it's like to do business in Brazil. And with land and a project like this, it's complicated, right?
It is, and it's, obviously with the Olympics, the involvement there, the city, the municipality, building a golf course in any city would be very, very difficult. I mean, part of the beauty of this is that the Rio Olympics, that golf competition will actually happen in Rio. So I don't think there's anything out of the ordinary, the expectation with getting this finalized. Most projects don't start exactly on time, but we have commitments to move down there in January. Our daughter's going to start school down there in January, so all of that's in place. So, if I was hesitant or worried at all, I don't think we'd have taken those steps.
So you'll take 14 months to build it, which means it's got about 2.5 years before the tournament starts, roughly. What kind of standard of course are the players going to be playing on?
I think we'll have the opportunity to present a fully mature course, and two main reasons being is that it's on sand, which is the perfect growing medium from our standpoint. It allows us to create a very firm, fast surface, but it also drains very, very well. And then it's being, a southern climate. It's not as if we have 4 months where the grass doesn't grow. I mean, it's constantly growing and maturing and getting itself set up.
Well, what kind of guided you when you were designing the course?
Well, we knew we had the two main components. We had to host the Olympic competition for the best golfers in the world, and then we also had to build a golf course that could be used from the legacy perspective. And obviously there's going to be a wide range of golfers who play over the golf course. So our thought was to create a course that would be interesting and compelling based on angles for the better golfer, for the accomplished player. So we would provide a wide playing corridor, very much like the original design for Augusta National, where, big playing corridors, you can kind of hit the ball all over the place, but to score, you really need to focus on hitting the proper half of the fairway. And then to compound that even further, to score on a course like Augusta, you need to hit the proper quarter of the green, otherwise the putting gets very, very difficult. So with that concept in mind, we were able to design a golf course that would have wide playing corridors where angles were absolutely critical, and very large greens. We called it a green-centric design, if you will, where we were able to create some very compelling, interesting angles that'll place a challenge and a premium on accuracy for those types of players, yet, everyday player just is hitting into a big target, big green.
Golf fans can't wait to see what it's going to look like. I mean, how would you characterize the style and the design of the course?
Every course we design, we try to make it look and feel as if it's in its own sense of place. So I think with Rio, because there is no precedent for golf, or very small precedent for golf in the city, the image we portrayed was much more along the lines of an Australian sandbelt golf course. So I think if we can create something that has the look of a Kingston Heath or a Royal Melbourne, yet utilize the vegetation that's indigenous to Rio, and then have the mountain backdrops and the ocean backdrops, and being right in the city, the backdrop of the city itself, I think that will make the golf course look and feel as if it belongs where it is. But I think, for people who are just trying to create an image, the Australian sandbelt would be the best we could give them.
Now, golf has a tremendous opportunity by returning to the Olympics after more than 100 years out. A lot of people within the industry think golf needs to perhaps do something different, perhaps reinvent itself. I mean,
Sure.
What kind of golf would you like to see being played on your course there?
Well, I think the design of the course was set up that we would have a very interesting finish. Short par 4 16th, drivable for most players, short par 3 17th, and then a reachable par 5 18th. I'm a believer that for the game to show itself properly, we need to show elements both of stroke play and match play, because there are two very distinctly different aspects of the same game. And I think that would be something that, if it could be featured, would be a big positive for the game. And I think, we've heard a lot of arguments as well that, in the Olympics, golf, the Olympic gold medal will not be the pinnacle of the game. The four majors will still hold sway, and hopefully we'll have a long history over time where maybe the gold medal in the Olympics will become that standard. But I think in order to differentiate the Olympic competition from the other four majors would be a wise thing to do as well.
Gil, it's been great to meet you. Congratulations once again, and I wish you all the best with your project.
Thank you very much, Tom.